we can get to know them, Lady Universe and White and Nerdy, and we are almost very close, or we already have revealed, because Spider-Man Brand New Day keeps changing what day it's going to come out on, so we're just still going to do this anyways. Last time we took a look at Spider-Man's villain first appearance, the Lizard, but today we're taking a look at the first appearance of one of Spider-Man's lesser-known villains, in a sense, but one of my personal favorites, the Scorpion. Now, Scorpion's origins have always changed a bit, and he'd always been that really weird person that pops into Spider-Man's history from time to time. And, he had some very weird appearances, especially at one point where he became Venom. That actually happened. But we're going to take a look at Matt Gargan's very first appearance in the old school Spider-Man stories. The one from 1965, number 20, The Sting of the Coming of the Scorpion. So will we feel the Scorpion's sting? Well, since he's supposed to be Spider-Man's main villain in Brand New Day, the answer would probably most likely be yes. But I do not officially own it, but it is included in the extras of the Amazing Spider-Man video game, which I do happen to own. So we're going to take a look at it there, and as far as I know, it's not in the Amazing Spider-Man Penguin Classic Collection that I looked at a while ago. So, here we are. So, will this origin be the same as the Scorpion's, or will it be kind of different? Well, if you know your Spider-Man movies, then you know that Matt Gargan made a brief cameo in Spider-Man Homecoming, if you paid attention to him. So, will we feel the sting of the Scorpion this time around? Or will he not even sting us at all? Well, let's dive into the Amazing Spider-Man number 20 and the Amazing Spider-Man and see if we feel the Scorpion's sting and if we can fear the coming of the Scorpion. The cover is fine, I suppose. It's nothing too spectacular, but it does get the point across very quickly. You have the Amazing Spider-Man logo, Spider-Man over in the Marvel Comics logo, and then you have Scorpion holding up Peter Parker while he's trying to shoot a web, and also we have the thing down there from Stan Lee saying that this is the very first appearance of the Scorpion. It's not a bad cover, it's just kind of very meh of a cover. I like the Lizard's first appearance cover better than this one, but that's just me. We open with The Coming of the Scorpion, or Spidey Battles the Scorpion. Be sure to keep your eyes on a stuttering Scorpion. We predict that he's definitely a candidate for the Supervillain Hall of Fame, when his costume looks like that. Yeah, Scorpion's costume would change variously throughout the years, but his very first appearance costume is yeesh. That's a hell of a costume, and it definitely is one to be desired. While at a get-together, Peter notices a very weird figure that seems to be following him around. His spider sense goes off, and so he decides to change into Spider-Man and try to tail the goon. But then mysteriously enough, he starts tailing him in the most weirdest of ways. And of course, he does end up following him and even trapping the criminal, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, until he gets back home and he disturbs Aunt May, pretending that he knocked over a chair. Which of course Peter is none the wiser, but the known figure is still watching him, and of course he's hired by no one else than J. Jonah Jameson. What's this new item? Some nutty scientists claim to have found a way to cause artificial mutation in animal. Bah! Big deal! Why do my editors bother showing me proof of every unimportant story that comes along? Now, if someone discovered an anti-Spider-Man serum, that would be a story. Oh, how I hate that web-spinning, wall-crawling math menace. If only there was someone stronger than him, I could hire to... Hey, wait a minute. That's the answer! And so Jonah basically takes the paper and decides to call the person. And so he can get someone. And the person that he talked to is none other than Matt Gargan. He tells Gargan that he wants to hire him for a job to take down Spider-Man. And of course, Gargan is all the more to appease to do so. And even takes him into a lab with a scientist who, oddly enough, kind of looks like Doctor Strange if he mutated together with Peter Lorre. What? Sure. Naturally, it's not science, but I'm interested right now. I want you to work on a special project. I'll even pay you $10,000. I'm a research scientist. I don't accept private jobs for pay. and yet with $10,000, I could buy new equipment, new materials. I'm just not in a position to review you, Mr. Jameson. What is your project? All right, bear with me here, scientist. But I know this is going to sound weird, but I want you to think about this. Chickens that fight demons. I know it had nothing to do with Spider-Man, but really stop and think about that. Chickens fighting demons. That would money make up for itself, right? Where are you going? What do you mean I can have my money back? But I thought you were supposed to turn Gargan into something. But nobody would expect chickens. They're tiny creatures. They're not threatening at all. Oh, come on, where are you going? And so the scientist mutates Gargan and even makes him a special suit, transforming him into the Scorpion, which of course he feels that he is good. A granite block. I can pull it apart with my bare hands. Doc, you're a genius, except for the fact that he's way too strong. What? Look out! What are you doing? Huh? What? Hey, how did that happen? It's like a sledgehammer. Spider-Man won't stand a chance. It's your tail. You've forgotten it's attached to your back. You haven't fully learned how to control it yet. You think that you teach him that, don't you think, Doctor? You'll have to spend some time practicing, learning to coordinate your movement, to familiarize yourself with your new powers. Why waste time? I feel like I could lick an army right now. Do what Dr. Stillwell said, Gargan. But remember, you still have time. I'm still the one that's paying you. Report to me for instructions when he says you're ready. Why do I feel like he's not listening? As Jameson called Spider-Man into an interview or whatever have you, he's suddenly attacked by the Scorpion. Jonah, noticing that the Scorpion is much more powerful than Spider-Man, and stronger too, and since he learned how to control his tail, he's one hell of an amazing person. Even though he managed to get webbed up like Spider-Man, Jonah still thinks that the Scorpion has the advantage, and he does. But there's one little problem that the scientist did not tell Jonah. According to the new test, the Scorpion will be even more powerful than I thought. And the more his strength increases, the more his evil nature takes over. I must have been too mad to do that, to do what I did. Money isn't that important. I may have unleashed one of the worst dangers of all time upon mankind. Like, I just kind of love this, how the scientist was so stupid and so out of his mind to notice that, yeah, he fucked up and making a very big mistake. But there's still a chance to make amends if I move fast enough. If I can get the serum to him in time, it would serve as an antidote. He'll lose all his deadly powers before it's too late. Well, meanwhile, while Dr. Dumbass is doing that, Spidey and the Scorpion are still having their battles, with Scorpion knocking Spider around quite a bit, and even gloating pretty well early on. I've won! I've beaten the Spider-Man! He never had a chance! So if I can beat him so easy, then nobody can stop me in the whole city! The city is mine for the taking! Scorpion, where's Spider-Man? Bring him to me so I can unmask him. Get him yourself. I'm through taking orders from you, mister. Nobody tells the Scorpion what to do. Except that he referenced himself in third person, but okay. Jonah is surprised that he created a mistake as it goes upon rampaging about the city, as everybody doesn't know what Spider-Man is since he got knocked the hell out for a few times. The guy goes back to the doctor who tries to help him, but of course he's not interested, even taking the serum, wrapping it over, and also surprisingly killing the scientist all at the same time. But Spider-Man comes in to try to take the Scorpion down at the last second, which hopefully that it can actually happen. And even as the battle progressed, the Scorpion seemed to grow more powerful, more dangerous with each passing second. For he had already passed the point of no return. Even the antidote to him would not truly help him now. The Scorpion, his body attained the maximum degree of superpower. His brain had been subtly altered until the standard of those of predator beast. He'd become the embodiment of all that is evil. that's not even the bad news. Meanwhile, the scheming publisher of the Daily Bugle grows more panicky with each new bulletin he receives. What? Dillo is dead, and the Scorpion robbed the Carter jewelry store? A police dragnet is coming to the city? People are locking themselves indoors? Nobody knows it, but it's all my fault. I'm the one to blame. If not for me, there would be no Scorpion. I do like the kind of change in Jonah's attitude, especially for it to happen in the story. He wanted Spider-Man gone, that he was willing to do anything, but he didn't think of the consequences that happened when it finally came and bit him right in the ass. Just to satisfy my own personal hatred, I tried to destroy Spider-Man, and in doing so, I've unleashed the worst menace upon the world, a menace I can no longer control, a menace which no one can control. The battle with Spider-Man and the Scorpion ends inside of the Daily Bugle, with Jonah trying to defend everybody and stand up against Matt Gargan. Even Spider-Man notices that that's pretty well of an accomplishment. But of course, the battle goes on within the Daily Bugle. Spider-Man and the Venom finally come into odds until Spider-Man realizes, hey, he's stronger with his tail, so why don't I just pull that right off? And while you're trying to lift those clumsy gunner boats of yours off the floor, I'll just even the score a little, and by ripping off his tail. Gotta say, that would be very inconvenient if the tail was actually attached to Gargan and is hurt like a son of a bitch. Let's see if you can still feel like such a big man without your artificial tail. But Spider-Man forgot that Scorpion is stronger than him. So of course, the battle still rages on and rages forward, until Spider-Man finally gets the upper hand and basically one-ups the Scorpion. Alright, Jameson, he's all yours. Be sure the police get here before he comes to again. You beat him! You defeated somebody stronger than you! It happens all the time. Have you ever heard of David and Goliath? As Peter, upset as he is, returns home to Aunt May, even though he's all cut and bruised, which of course, like a good mother figure that she is, she takes care of him. Which of course means that he's going on to Betty Brant. And like I said last time, yeah, Peter and Betty had a romantic relationship in the Spider-Man comics by this point, as they realize that the Scorpion is caught. Did you read the exclusive story in the Bugle about the Scorpion's capture? He'd probably still be alive if not for Jonah Jameson's bravery. Yeah, according to the story, Jameson's a real fireball. They mentioned Spider-Man too, but it seems he showed up when it was almost over. And of course, Jameson is living off of his priority. I know now that with too much power, it's too liable to turn into a menace sooner or later, and Spider-Man is no exception. It's still my duty to fight him, to expose and someday to destroy him, and I will, if it takes the rest of my life. Meanwhile, Peter is reattaching his costume after it got ripped to pieces, as we have a complaint on the end here by Stan Lee. Well, we sure hope that you enjoyed the Scorpion as much as we did. As usual, we'll be eagerly waiting to tell for your letters and comments. So, until next ish, stay happy, keep healthy, and watch out. Don't let your web get tangled. Oh, Stan. All these years later, people still get tangled up in their own web of mischief and whatnot in their lives. But it's so nice of Grandpa Stan to look out for us. Stan Lee reminds me of that grandfather that everybody loves. Even though he tells the same stories 1,000 times, you still love listening to him. And so that was The Amazing Spider-Man number 20, and honestly, it's really damn good. The impact that the story leads up to about the Scorpion is actually pretty well done, especially how the scientist and even J. Jonah Jameson realize we've created a monster and there's nothing we can do about it, except just let him loose upon the city. Even when the scientist tried to revenge himself and make amends for what he had done, the Scorpion killed him. And when J. Jonah Jameson did, he finally realized it was too late, but still did what he thought was right, tried to make up for his amends and protect Betty Brant and everybody else at the Daily Bugle. And of course, it wouldn't be the first or the last time that J. Jonah Jameson and Spider-Man would go head-to-head against each other. But for a first outing, this is pretty damn good, and honestly I like how the impact with the Scorpion does play out in the story, especially how Spider-Man could deal with a stronger opponent. It does feel a little bit like David and Goliath, but at the same time, it's its own thing, and that's pretty cool. Next time, we're ending off June, or July, with a sad note. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've raised the universe. I was nerdy TV Canal. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to notify every single time I can upload. And follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And happy Spider-Man Brand New Day. And let me know if you've seen it. I want to see it myself. But let me know if you think it is worth checking out. No spoilers, please. But like I said, we're going to end July on a shitty note. I don't actually own it, but it comes in a Ben 10 box set that I bought way back for Christmas. And we're going to take a look at a very shitty Ben 10 movie, Ben 10 Destroy All Aliens. This is gonna hurt. Till next time.